What is up, everyone? Ernie from Die Souls here, Nerd of the Mouth. Huge Star Wars Destiny Empire at War news. Bunch of stuff got, I always say leaked, but released today. Sorry about it being a little bit darker. I usually have different lights on because I usually do them at night, but it's daytime. It just got announced today, and I want to talk about it right now. So, I'm hyped, but a lot of people are more excited than anything. But there are some worrisome things I'm a little bit worried about. We'll see. So it's Empire at War. It says the third quarter, so I'm guessing. I think for Fantasy Flight, that might be like fall. I mean, I know people are probably yelling at me, but I'm guessing fall maybe. I hope it's before, but again, these have been coming out. I just got my allocation for Awakens and the reprint, and it's super low. It's super low. So a lot of people at the shop. It's a bad time for them, anyways. We have Magic coming out next month, and then HeroClix players play this as well. And there's so many HeroClix testers falling out of their mouth. Just Pokemon's next month. It's just a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of glad that Awakens is getting a reprint, but I don't have to worry about really fulfilling everyone, so I'm not disappointing much people or many people. So I get to keep them all for me. No, but I am excited to have at least a few boxes to crack open and get more singles in the shop. But anyways, that being said, Empire at War, they released more info. It's gonna look like deal with, just like every other set, deals with a lot of different things. This is the first pictures they released. I know my head's gonna be kind of in the way on this one. I was blown away. I was so excited to see Thrawn there. Mace Windu made me lose it because I love Mace Windu. Samuel Jackson who doesn't. And I have a lot of friends that love Rebels and Isra, and that punked people up a lot. And he's kind of worrisome, and I'll explain that later. I have not seen Rebels yet. I've seen episodes, but I haven't watched it because I want to watch Attack of the Clones, the series for Attack of the Clones, and I just haven't got time. I won't lie, the beginning of Attack of the Clones was dragging for me, so I need to get in it and kind of just sit with it, because there are certain shows I have told people, Doctor Who, if you watch from the Ninth Doctor, ninth season's a little slow, a couple episodes in, and then it's worth it. You want that?
What is it called?
It's called A Hershey's Kiss. Logan's here with me today. You probably can't see him. But yeah, so this is what we saw. I thought, okay, that's cool. That's what they're going to show us. But I didn't know it was a whole article. So they get to show us everything. So first up is Thrawn. Great piece, great points. 14-17 is a legendary. With 17, a lot of room to match up with 13s. It could be 14 with Elite Dooku, but what I'm really excited about is he could work very well with Plett or Jabba the Hutt, because he seems like he's going to be milling a little bit. He'll be discarding from your hand, because after you activate this character, you may choose a number, then look at an opponent's hand, discard a card from that cost of that chosen number. What's great is we play against so many different decks now, but we do kind of know what they would use for certain characters. So, Poe Maz, you know what kind of things they want for Poe. So we can guess these numbers a little bit easier, and it makes it really fun. It adds a different element to the game besides rolling and playing cards. Again, comes with strategy, comes with having fun. I love it. I love the two focuses. It's got Disrupt. It's got money on there. 2 money. You could throw Imperial Inspection on here if you're running them with blue. You can do Dark Presence. There's so much fun to be in this. I mean, he's got 12 health. Just a solid character. I cannot wait to get this character out there. Thrawn, Master Strategist, which actually makes sense. Prepare for War. It was gross.
Yeah.
It's dark chocolate. Kids and their dark chocolate. Prepare for War. Play only if this is the first action of the round. If no player has taken an action, gain 1 resource. So this is another card that I don't mind. It's going to slow down the tempo of the game for you, but I kind of don't mind that. It's not that big of a deal. I like slowing down. When you play face-to-face, it's pretty quick to... It's one action after another, one action after another. But with... That's been... It could be quick, but I'm saying as in fast as in getting the game over with. The only times I see it take long with like a really killer deck is them setting up, like Vader Raider setting out fast hands, and then Sith Holocron, and then Vibro Blade, and or whatever they're doing, Force Speed, and then they eventually roll, and then they're prepared to kill you by the next turn. Pomaz, fast hands, then they add a gun, and then it's a trap. It's just this way of setting up this brutal takedown within like 2 turns or so. That's a little different, but what I'm saying is this lets you play around a little bit, add some money, give and take, put on different weapons, and I feel like if you've been watching videos that I've been doing lately, I feel like the tempo, the players I've been playing with, we've been controlling it on our own without letting it get out of hand. When they do make good moves, there's other good moves that can be made back. So I don't know, we'll see. That might slow it up a little bit more to give people more time. This is one that everyone's freaking out about. Ezra Bridger. Because here's the first thing. Heroes have a 7-point character now. To my knowledge, there is none. I should know, but I'm pretty sure there's no 7. The villains is a Stormtrooper, and we have none for heroes. 7, there's always room for 7 on a lot of builds, and now we have it. You can play him at 1 die. He's decent. He's not stacked like crazy, but it's fair. He's only 7 points. You can play him at 10 and be elite. This is where everyone's losing their mind. Because you can have 5 dice and you're starting side, your starting team. 5 dice rolling. Is that worrisome? I don't know. I don't think it's going to really make things too crazy. The only thing is going to help you, you're going to have an extra dice to sacrifice because his dice isn't that important to be out there. So when you want to play anything that says you must remove this die or whatever, that is going to play a factor. But as far as like damage-wise, steamrolling, that doesn't seem like it'll be an issue, but it will help you mitigate things a little bit differently. You may play blue upgrades on this character, ignoring plate restrictions, makes sense. He's force sensitive. And then his specials take a resource from an opponent. That's kind of cool. I like the idea of that. And it's a little nuisance kind of card, and I think it's perfect. 7 health, I mean, it's easy to get rid of, but it seems fair. Quick escape is also what they show. Remove up to 2 dice showing damage. You must pass all your future turns this round. This is a cool card. This is if you're not worried about claiming, but you want to make sure the last 2 dice out there, or maybe 1 dice, and just get to the next round and live. I like it a lot. I like that they have the Rebels on there. The vibe is cool art. It's a strong card, and what's awesome is Jin gets to play it for free on our first turn only. But still, I think that's awesome. But some people are kind of a little bit worked up about him. I don't really like his picture. He does look a lot like Aladdin in that. I think we should need alternate art with like a little fez right here and Abu. But yeah, so I'm not too concerned about him. I think that's awesome. I think heroes. People always complain and say villains get a lot of, more love or whatever, but I think heroes are stepping up a little bit because they get to run 5 dice now, unless a villain gets released. Here's the guy I'm worried about. I'm super ecstatic. Let's click him right here because my head will be in the way. Mace Windu. Freaking love Mace Windu. Who doesn't love Mace Windu? It's Samuel L. Jackson. It's Frozone. It's the guy from Jurassic Park who gets his arm. Everyone's blowing me up on Facebook because we're sharing everything right now. He's the guy from Jurassic Park, his arm ripped off. He gets eaten by a shark in Deep Blue Sea. He tries to rob McDowell's in Coming to America. He's everyone, but he's in our game and it's awesome. Samuel Jackson, Mace Windu, very good size. He's got 2. But I'll get to why he's got very good size. So we got 2 damage, 4 damage for our credit, for our penny, and then we got shield and money. 16 and 22. Very, very, very odd numbers, but it makes sense with solid damage he's outputting, and he's got 12 life as well. He's a legendary, makes sense. 1622 is rough. Elite, I think you can run like a Padawan, and then maybe an Acolyte. I think they're 8 as well. It'll be interesting, but what kills me is to remove this die to defeat a character with 2 or less remaining health. So, potentially from what I'm getting, you can remove 2 of his die to. Oh, I guess it has to be remaining health, so that makes sense. So, anyways, it doesn't matter as far as 2, but it is kind of scary because it's not. Your Force Illusion can't get rid of it. Your Second Chance should play a factor, but like just like anything else that's like unblockable, basically, Force Illusion or Armor Plating, remove this die to defeat because you're defeating a character. It's not giving damage. You are defeating them. That is a little worrisome of how this will play. People were saying about Poe being able to use his 4 damage. I guess if they're piled up, but I don't even know if they can. I gotta remember what Poe is at non-elite, but I don't think they can be, because Poe's pretty freaking high. If anything, maybe he'd be 14, 16, but would you really want to run a one-on-one with these guys? They don't really mash up well. The party's over is the quote, and it's mwah, great. It's amazing. I'm ecstatic. Just Mace Windu is amazing, but I am worried about playing against this guy. Worried about what he can do with other characters, and we don't even see the rest of the characters. So it could be troubling. It could be worrisome. But I almost want to proxy these and test these out with certain characters because it's very exciting. But his idea, just idea of what he does is just so like, oh man, so cool. I love it. Then we got Master of the Council, which is actually pretty good. This is going to change the game a lot. It's blue. Hero, of course. So sorry, villains. Exhaust this upgrade and spend 2 resources to ready a character. So after you're done, you get to just bring somebody back if you roll this. It's nuts, but what's cool about it is people can't use Emperor's Throne Room to just get it done because if you claim, it's over. That's just a great way to not be able to abuse it, but also I like that you're gonna have to roll it or get it rotated there, and it's scary. You're gonna be able to bring people back. This is like resurrection. You're bringing people back. I shouldn't say resurrection because you're not dead. You're just tired. It's exhausted, so you're gonna bring it back, and that is awesome. There's gonna be some great power plays. Thank God heroes don't have Citalacron, because these would be getting dropped in left and right for free. For free is what I was going to say. For free, not for 4. So, I mean, that's just crazy. The pluses aren't bad, but you definitely want an Awakens out there. The Awakens is definitely something you would want to use that, the plus sides. Long term, if that's your plan. But, there's, just because it just depends if you're able to stack it on anyone. But yeah, that's a crazy, crazy, crazy card. Pretty much covered all of them. I'm just nervous about. It's in here. Prepare for war. No. The day is ours. So this kind of worries me. And of course, it's if your opponent has money. It's neutral. So that's kind of fair. But for people running Planetary Uprising, I don't know how I feel about this. It's got me a bit worried. The whole point with Planetary Uprising, on the other side, that you don't have it, and I've been on that side many times, you want to claim fast, or before them, it doesn't have to be fast, but you want to claim before them because you want to make sure that you don't take that unnecessary damage. But now, if your opponent has money, and then let's go back to Pomaz. Pomaz normally doesn't even spend money, at least in my experience, playing against and using it to play test, because you're just rolling things in. So your money will accumulate over each round at least. So you'll have 2, and if they got 2 Planetary Uprisings there, you claim to avoid it, then that player just has to play this, and you get to claim the battlefield, and you give someone 4 damage. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, with Planetary Uprising, it really bugs me with this card. because there's like almost, if they have money, there's no way to get out of taking those damage. And then we're not even playing a game anymore because it's just claiming and giving damage, claiming and giving damage. So I don't know. This is the one that got me the most worried, especially with Planetary Uprising. I don't like the fact that you claiming the battlefield shouldn't be, I feel, a thing that you could take away from someone. The only thing is, I mean, if you play the day as ours and the other person gets to reclaim it instead, does that person on the other side basically get to go all out and do many actions as they want again? Because they didn't claim it technically now, since the opponent removed it from him? Or is it just a lock that you got screwed because you claimed, they play this, now you both can't do anything, and they get to give you damage with that Planetary Uprising out there? Or let's say if they got, God, I can't remember the one that gives you extra resources, but if you have two of those out there when you claim, so after I claim and then they just decide to play this, and then they put that back over here, and then they automatically are going to get their extra resources. And don't get me wrong, they're paying for it to get basically that money back. But I'm just giving examples of ways that I don't quite... To be honest, this is the one I'm most worried about. I don't... Again, because claiming the battlefield is such a big part of the game. For you to take over, to know you got your next turn, starting the next turn, and the fact that the other player knows what he can do as far as like just extra actions, it's just such a big part of the game. And I feel like this is really taken away from it. There's no strategy besides saving money for it, I guess. I don't know. This is the one that got me worried the most. People might think I'm overreacting. Maybe I am. But if you guys have been killed by Planetary Uprising, by people just claiming over and over, yeah, it's pretty bad. I can't get good when people are just buying them and putting them out there. I do put sabotages in some of my decks to try to get rid of it. It's pretty rough. But again, that's money as well, to get rid of it, and discarding your own cards to get rid of it. It's one of those things that it's kind of hard if it lines up for them with the stars perfectly and they're able to just throw them out there. It's pretty brutal. And, you know, by that turn, they can give you 4 damage if you're on your last guy. Let's say you have 5 hit points on you, and it takes 10 to kill you. They claim, they have 2 out there, you get 4, you're at 9. You go, next turn, they just say claim, GG's, because they give you 4 damage again. So kind of like, I just don't like when we're taking away from actually playing. It's not how the game should be. We should be able to play it out. If you're beating me, it's because you're doing things to beat me. You're milling me out. You're giving me damage. Not just saying I claim the base, and that kind of bugs me. But I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping over nothing. But we'll see. If anyone has any feedback, let me know. Hoping we can get at least some kind of community going on these videos. I'm hoping to bring, like I said, more live people in real life interaction besides us, you know, playing online. We are starting a league, I believe, and we're trying to figure that out. So that will be a good video for us to talk about the league. But yeah, so that will do it for us. Talk about the league points and all that. That'll do it for us, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm amped. Hopefully you guys are too. And we'll see you later.